Hey, AfterBuzzers, it's Angela Struck here with Dave Salmoni from Animal Planet, and we are with puppies that are from Paw Works, which is one of the shelters that has several dogs in the 13th Puppy Bowl this Sunday, February 5th, 3 o'clock on the East Coast and 12 o'clock here on the West Coast.
Well, Puppy Bowl and me, we've had a long relationship. I was actually in the Puppy Bowl many years ago, but mostly because they don't really say much, I usually come on and sort of explain to everybody who doesn't know who Puppy Bowl is what it is. So I'm sort of one of the ambassadors along with these puppies to talk about Puppy Bowl. So we sort of tell everybody we got Team Rough. Well, this is a Rough and this is a Fluff, and they're out there competing to see who can score the most touchdowns.
And who are you putting your money on this weekend?
It's tough. I've got two dogs, and then one dog really likes Team Fluff, the other one likes Team Rough. So it's tough to root for one of the, not the other.
Now, the puppies in the Puppy Bowl are so adorable. How fast are these little guys adopted after the programming?
We, I think, have 100% success rate. All the dogs that have ever been on Puppy Bowl have been adopted, as far as I know. These particular dogs, Paw Works actually has two dogs in the Puppy Bowl. These dogs haven't been. They're maybe a little too young still.
Yeah.
So we're very good at it. And that's obviously one of the main messages. The big message is, look how cute these guys are. Yeah. Look how fun it is to watch puppies playing around in a football-themed place. But you know, we at Animal Planet have this heart for animals, and we want people to know, adopt, don't shop. Yeah. You know, these are all adoptable animals, and it's about, you know, telling people that you can get really great animals that need really great homes, which is why we also reach out all across the country. You know, I think it's 22 states.
78 dogs.
78 dogs, 36 shelters.
Yeah.
You know, so we want to make sure everybody knows that somewhere in your neighborhood, somewhere in your area is a really great shelter that can offer you a really good family pet. Like these dogs. These dogs are all Paw Works. They're all adoptable.
Which I want to take every single one of these little ones home.
Make sure you got a big enough house, and I know. Paw Works teams are here.
I already have one rescue dog, and you know, it always surprises me because people say, that's a rescue dog, you got him as a puppy, or that's a rescue dog, he's so cute. What do you think the biggest misconception is about animal rescue?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it is that where you're going to get like almost a second tier dog. Yeah. Like you're getting a dog that is not quite as good as if I bought like a purebred dog, which, you know, is funny for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah. I mean, these are the most precious dogs I've ever seen.
Yeah, and what you're doing is you're actually bringing in a family member, so you don't really give a where this animal's come from.
Yeah.
Now it's in your house. Now you're going to love it. Yeah. If it loves you right back. And oddly, I have one rescue and one non-rescue in my house. And I'm not to blame for the non-rescue. My wife, before I met her, had him. But, you know, they always say, you know, the rescues, they know they've been rescued.
I so agree with that.
My dog, you know, the one that isn't rescued, absolutely knows she was rescued. And she looks at you differently. She attaches differently. She finds her role in the family very well.
Their temperament is so appreciative and loving and kind.
You get that bond that you're hoping for. You go in, you look at the dog at the shelter, and you're like, oh, you know, you really hope that you connect with that animal. And, you know, the rescues are like.
And something unique about this Puppy Bowl, there are 3 special needs dogs.
There are, because that's a big part of adoption. Like, there's lots of dogs that are very difficult to get adopted. These guys, I'm certain, are going to go. After people watch your show, they're going to go to Paw Works dog.
They might go home with me.
Yeah. So you want to let everyone know that maybe your heart's big enough for something that's a little bit different, a little out of the ordinary. Yeah. So we have one dog, Lucky, who's got 3 legs. We have another dog, Winston, who is sight and hearing impaired. And we have another dog whose name I always forget.
Starts with a D.
Do something.
He's too cool. He's like a Hollywood dog with
Hollywood
like an apple or
it's like a
weird
Madonna,
name.
like a single name. And who's hearing impaired as well. And it's about, 1, highlighting how cool those dogs are. So they were cute and they were fun. But 2, like reminding people that maybe you're the type of dog lover that can handle that. You can handle the extra work.
It is amazing. When I was rescuing my dog, I found a dog that he was missing one eye, and I wanted him so bad. He got adopted before my little guy did. So sometimes people really, you know, have a big heart and are willing to go out on a limb and take a chance on a special little one that needs a home.
Yeah, well, I think when Puppy Bowl and people like Paw Works and other shelters get their message across, when they say there are great dogs that do need help, people then go, I'd like to help a dog. Yeah. So you're right. People do go to the shelter a lot of times saying, like, give me the one that you probably won't get a forever home, and I'll be that person. Because, you know, as I say, like a forever home for cute guys like this is not as hard as maybe you get this pit bull and you make them 3 years old with their reputation, things like that. Doesn't make them any worse dog. They're still cute and cuddly and awesome, but it would be a little bit more difficult than just a puppy.
And what's your advice for people at home that want to give back, want to help, you know, want to adopt? What's the adoption process like? How can they get involved?
That's part of what Puppy Bowl does, is like we're letting you know that there is a good shelter in your area. And, you know, so the first step is making sure that the shelter you're going to is good and the dogs are taken care of. And you know, they're going to be the ones that'll walk you through step by step. You know, like if you were to go on pawworks.org, they're literally going to tell you, here's the steps. They're going to tell you what type, they're going to help you with what type of dog might be good for you. Because as I say, we call them forever homes. You don't want to pair a family with the wrong dog.
Exactly.
So you're going to get help picking the right dog and then helping that transition. You know, dogs going from the shelter life, it's a good life, but it's not as good as having a home. So there's a transition process that they help you with and that. So like what you want to do is find an expert in your area and they're going to walk you through it.
Yeah. Well, we so appreciate everything Animal Planet does for these little guys, getting them adopted. We are all going to tune in this Sunday, February 5th, 3 o'clock on the East Coast, 12 o'clock here on the West Coast for the 13th Puppy Bowl. And
It's going to be a good one.
go out and adopt one of these little guys at Pawworks because they're just too precious.